Alright. What's your name?
Earl.
What do you do?
I'm a truck and heavy equipment mechanic.
Say some more shit? I don't know.
I got a 16-year-old son. Life is groovy. It's kind of like starting over. I'm divorced. And now I got my own place. And my son stays with me a lot. And trying to enjoy life like other people don't or can't. That's it.
And where do you live at?
In Murrayville, Illinois.
Which is... Talk about that in relation to Jacksonville.
Murrayville is probably about 10 miles south of Jacksonville. Kind of a farming community. Nobody cares if you're here, and we don't really. So I got lucky enough to move into this group of farmers and great people.
And talk about your awesome house that you paid less than $300 for.
I help another local farmer. I work on his heavy equipment and his tractors and stuff during harvest. And I needed a place to live and asked about a place to rent. And here I am. He hooked me up with his uncle. And this was his uncle's mother's house, and they pretty much just want someone to take care of it and live in it. And here I am.
Talk about the races.
I raced dirt track racing. It was real big around here in the Midwest. I raced for 8 years, and now I help out at a local track. I'm one of the officials. Gives us a place to hang out on Friday nights, and we drink a couple beers afterwards and have a good time just with friends and no drama.
And talk about Brooke without being too gay.
I was married for 17 years and got a divorce and was ready to rock and roll and be on my own and do all the things I talked about doing by myself. And then here I am, less than 3 months later. Now I'm involved with pretty much the woman that I probably should have been with my whole life, and everything's cool. It's pretty dramatic, but we're trying to avoid that. I'm happy as can be, minus the fact of there's some things going on, but we'll get over them.
And let's see what I was going to say. I had another thing to talk about.
I also always was known as I didn't like kids, and here I am in the middle of a giant kid party. Go look, go see what's in my kitchen.
I will. But real quick, talk about the kids in Africa that don't have lighters.
They don't have lighters, because if they did have lighters, they wouldn't have nothing to burn, because everything's all sagebrush and sand.
And you're going to send them some lighters?
Well, I thought about sending them lighters, but it wouldn't do them no good, because the only thing they could burn is themselves. They couldn't even start a forest fire or anything, so maybe we should have trees for those children, and then lighters, and then it'll all come together.
All right, awesome.